today on YubaSutter.live.
Government Watch. Sutter County Supervisors this afternoon at 3. Marysville Unified School Trustees beginning around 6:30. They often start late. Then 7 o'clock tonight, the Yuba City Unified School Trustees meet. YubaSutter.live's Government Watch, presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage at PlumasLakeSelfStorage.com. Government Watch.
That's happening today, right here on YubaSutter.live.
YubaSutter.live. It's the truth that comes through.
YubaSutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at PlumasLakeSelfStorage.com.
Have you all here today, and I will call this meeting to order, and we'll start with a roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Supervisor Boone. Supervisor Flores.
Present.
Supervisor Ziegemeyer.
Here.
Supervisor Baines.
Present.
Supervisor Stevens.
Okay, if I can ask everyone to please rise. We'll start with an invocation from Cole Evans from the Feather River Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Lieutenant Ravjeet Mann. Okay?
Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we gather as citizens of this county and this area to meet, to deliberate, to speak, and to voice that freedom which has been granted unto us from thy loving hand. We give thee so much thanks, Father, to have leaders who represent us and hear us in kindness and compassion. And we ask for understanding amongst all those who are present today. We ask for compassion from our board to hear and understand the people in this community. We so pray that thy Spirit may bring unto us a sense of unity and decision-making that may result in the benefit of the many people who rely upon their strengths and upon their talents and upon their time. And we ask also, Father, to please bless all of us as we look for guidance in the coming days in the importance that we have and the role that we have in the moving forward of this country to provide freedoms to all those who may reside within its borders. And this we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Cole. And Lieutenant Mann?
Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lieutenant, and everybody may be seated. Well, actually, yeah, sorry, he's already remaining standing because we know we have presentations. So actually, for the first presentation, though, we'll just remain seated, sorry, because it's a presentation to us. So we should.
Pam Miller, Don Angelo, and Carly Pacheco, please join the board up front for a certificate to the Board of Supervisors in recognition of membership in the AARP Age Friendly Network.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our esteemed Board of Supervisors. My name is Pam Miller, and I'm the Executive Director of the Area Agency on Aging, serving 7 counties, including Sutter County. We are also the core partner in the Aging and Disability Resource Connection for Yuba and Sutter counties. And it is a partnership between the Area Agency on Aging and Freed Center for Independent Living. So today I'm joined here by Carly Pacheco, who's the Executive Director of Freed here, and then Don Angelo, who is the Regional Director for AARP. It's an honor today to celebrate a significant milestone for Sutter County. A few months ago, we presented to you the importance of joining the AARP network of age-friendly communities. Your support was crucial in helping us move forward with the application process, and we are grateful for your leadership and encouragement. Over the past year, we have developed the local Aging and Disability Action Plan, or LADAP, for Yuba and Sutter counties. LADAP is the product of a highly collaborative, data-informed, and community-driven process. Engaging older adults, people with disabilities, caregivers, and local stakeholders to identify the key priorities that directly impact their lives and the lives of older adults and people with disabilities. Through surveys, focus groups, and stakeholder meetings, we identified 5 strategic actions. The first one is affordable housing and emergency preparedness. The second one is transportation and community mobility. The third one is access to health care and caregiver support. The fourth one is food insecurity and nutrition. And the fifth one is social engagement and livable communities. LADAP is now more than a plan. It is a framework for action that aligns community resources with residents' needs. We could not do this without the dedication of the many community partners, and I would like to tell you who they are. Comfort Keepers, Yuba Sutter Meals on Wheels, Yuba Sutter Transit, Yuba County Commission on Aging, Yuba City Commission on Aging, Sutter Yuba Homeless Consortium, Yuba Sutter Legal Center for Seniors, Seniors on the Go, the Blue Zones Project, Camptonville Community Partnership, OES, Hands of Hope, Yuba County Child and Adult Protective Services, Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health, and others. And your support, Yuba and Sutter counties have now earned the AARP Age-Friendly designation. This recognition validates our collaborative work to create communities where residents of all ages can live safely, stay healthy, and remain engaged. I am proud to hand this over now to Dawn Angelo with the AARP to give an overview.
Good afternoon, Chair and Supervisors. My name, as mentioned, is Dawn Angelo, and I serve as the Sacramento Regional Director for AARP. I'm delighted to congratulate you on your enrollment in the AARP network of age-friendly states and communities. Joining the AARP network of age-friendly states and communities is a step towards livability for all ages. The network is a voluntary membership program that serves as a framework for state and local leaders to implement changes that make communities more livable for people of all ages. The network is a forum to share national and global research, planning models, and best practices. As of September 2025, just this past month, there were 103 communities, including the state of California, enrolled in AARP's network. And now Sutter County joins its ranks. Age-friendly communities are places that make it easier for people to live their best lives at every age. They offer diverse housing and transportation choices, safe and accessible public spaces, and ways for people of all ages and abilities to participate in their community. Age-friendly communities also promote health, access to information for all, and opportunities for increased social engagement. It's also important to remember that age-friendly communities aren't just for older adults. Surveys conducted by AARP show that people for all ages and from every generation value from the same community features. AARP survey results also show that people over the age of 50 have a strong desire to stay in their home and community as they age, and they're making plans to do so. However, many of our communities weren't designed for an aging population. Worldwide, the population is aging, and the United States and California are no exception. In fact, our population is aging more quickly than you might expect. By 2030, it is projected that 1 in 4 Californians will be 65 and over. And for the first time in our nation's history, by the year 2035, the number of adults older than 65 will be greater than the number of children under 19. Enrolling in the Age-Friendly Network provides a framework to prepare for this demographic shift. The 5-year process begins with a community needs assessment, followed by developing an action plan. Both of these activities have been completed by the county, as was mentioned earlier by Pam. The county now enters the 3rd phase to implement the plan and track progress. The final year is an opportunity to evaluate the impact of the work and create a progress report. That report illustrates how the age-friendly work is transforming the social and physical environment in your community and truly impacting people's lives. I also want to mention the other benefits of enrolling in AARP's age-friendly network. This includes access to technical assistance and national resources, invitations to exclusive age-friendly roundtables where topics aligned with age-friendly planning are explored, along with the opportunity to connect with other network members. And lastly, members are informed of grant opportunities, including the AARP Challenge Grant. Since 2017, AARP has awarded over 1,700 projects through community challenge grants to nonprofit organizations and government entities. So we want to share how much we appreciate your commitment towards making Sutter County a more age-friendly community. And now I would like to have Carly, Executive Director with Freed, speak with you.
Good afternoon, supervisors. I'm Carly Pacheco, the Executive Director of Freed Center for Independent Living. We're so appreciative of your support around the development of this plan. I want to highlight just a few of the 37 objectives that are included in the final plan. Those include improving resource coordination for housing and aging in place supports, addressing rural transportation gaps with community-based solutions, strengthening caregiver support, training, and counseling resources, addressing healthcare gaps through CalAIM and other opportunities, and supporting the development of inclusive community gardens and raising awareness of scams and financial exploitation. We look forward to working together with you and our network of partner organizations and community members to achieve a Sutter County where older adults and people with disabilities have the resources and options to maintain their health, housing, happiness, and engagement in our community. Thank you so much for your time, and Ms. Angelo has a certificate to present to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Just a couple of words before you go. First of all, thank you for your presentation, and thank you for all the amazing work that you guys do. We really appreciate you, and all the partners that you mentioned. I can't even name them off. There's so many, but just knowing that all those people do that type of work is amazing. From my heart, I love living in Sutter County because the synergy is here. Like the people, this is what we're really all about, right? We help each other, and everything that we're a part of, you see that everywhere we go in Sutter County. And this is a huge part of what we do, is like being able to support the elderly, people who are aging. These are the people who created our communities. These are the people who created our traditions, and we need to be able to respect them and be able to provide for them and help them through as they get older, as we get older. So, but we really appreciate all that you do, and let's give them another round of applause for the great work. Thank you, guys.
Will Susan Redford please join the board up front for a presentation of a gold resolution in honor of your retirement from Sutter County?
I don't remember giving you permission to retire, but that's okay. We're going to miss Susan a lot. So I'm going to read this long and esteemed career resume. Basically, this is awesome, though. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors takes this opportunity to present Susan Redford with a gold resolution in recognition of 21 years of dedicated service to the citizens of Sutter and Yuba counties. Susan first became employed with Sutter County on October 18th, 2004 as a mental health therapist 2 for Children's Services. She left the county for a brief period in 2007 and returned in 2008 as a mental health therapist 3, supervising the adult outpatient urgent services program. In 2014, she was promoted to Psychiatric Emergency Services Supervisor, and in 2019 to Program Manager for Psychiatric Emergency Services. In 2022, Susan was promoted to Branch Director for the Acute Psychiatric Services. Susan's journey began in the United States Navy, where she served as an air traffic controller. Her early commitment to precision, remaining calm under pressure, and public service laid the foundation for a career defined by excellence and compassion. Susan earned her BA in counseling from Prescott College and an MA in counseling from Chapman University, graduating with honors. She became a licensed marriage and family therapist, a licensed independent substance abuse counselor, a national certified counselor, and a certified community college instructor in psychology and counseling. Susan was an adjunct faculty at Prescott College. She taught continuing education at Chapman University and authored the Power Model Lifebook for MP. Throughout her career with Sutter County, Susan held numerous leadership roles and made lasting contributions to Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health. Her work has resulted in several recognitions for inspirational leadership, dedication, outstanding service, and commitment to excellence in exhibiting calm and vital leadership in the face of crises. I witnessed that personally, by the way. You did that. You were amazing throughout so many years of that. She received awards. The calmness is what I'm talking about. So she received awards from the California Hospital Association, California State Association of Counties, and the National Association of Counties for her groundbreaking work in emergency behavioral health collaboration. Susan is recognized as a caring and valued member of the Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health Team who has always approached her work and empathy with integrity and deep respect for the dignity of every person she served. As she enters retirement, we celebrate not just the conclusion of a career, but the enduring impact of a life devoted to healing, teaching, and leading. Susan leaves behind a legacy that will continue to shape the field of behavioral health for years to come. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors offers congratulations and sincere appreciation to Susan Redford on the occasion of her retirement on October 30th, 2025, and causes the names of each of its members to be affixed to this gold resolution as evidence of the board's individual and collective appreciation for 21 years of service to Sutter County. So, round of applause. Awesome. Can we have family come up? Family and people who work with you are here, or okay? Yes, anybody, please. We'd like all of you here to celebrate with Susan. I still can't believe she's leaving us. Look at that. I'll hold those for you. I'll hold them. You got it? Okay. Okay, we're going to hear from Susan, too. Okay, we knew you had a fan club, but this is amazing, right? Why am I not surprised, though, really? Yeah. I think everybody here is going to miss Susan leaving. What do you guys say? What do you think? Yes, I think so a lot.
Go into private practice, I might need some help.
Yeah, now that he's a supervisor. Okay, Susan, how about a few words?
Thank you, and thank you, supervisors. You're so kind, and I've so appreciated your leadership in this county. You have made such a difference for all of us who live here. And I would like to give a huge shout out to my supervisors. You know, Sarah, when you came, you just breathed life into behavioral health.
Yes.
You brought joy, and you brought something that was new and refreshing, and you trusted us. You trusted us with the work, and so thank you for the inspiration that you gave all of us. I want to particularly recognize the teams that I work with. Now I'm going to cry. You know, there's something very, very special about the 24/7 programs. They show up and they do it day after day, 24 hours around the clock. Going through COVID, no one got to stay at home. They were there and they were on the line and they were working. And they are the most remarkable team. I've worked with so many teams in my career, and they are absolutely, they're the platinum. We used to call them, it was the gold team. They're really platinum. They just show up, they pay attention, they are compassionate, they're caring, and they are healers. And if you look at the numbers that we have for our 24-hour programs, over the time that I have been here, we have served thousands of residents in our 2 counties, Yuba and Sutter. And often we get floaters in from other counties. And our teams are so steady and they're so compassionate and they make a difference. People get healed. And they often recognize the staff for the tenderness that they showed in the work and the gifts that they gave to the people that we serve. I am just humbled and honored to be here and to have done this work. And I just take a part of all of you with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all.
Thank you, Susan. Sarah, could you say a few words?
Yes. Absolutely. So Susan, of course, said it best. She herself is a healer. She's a very unique, very special person. She has herself made a difference in the lives of thousands of folks. I've watched her calm under pressure. I've talked to her in the middle of the night, on Saturday, on Sunday, in the morning, 4 a.m. There is no one, I think, that I've worked with who has been so dedicated not only to clients, but to our staff that I've worked with in my career. No one more than Susan Redford.
I just want to take a minute or two as well. It's been my privilege to be Susan's direct supervisor for the last 3 years or so, and I always knew that she was just kind of the bedrock of psychiatric emergency services for many years at behavioral health, and I just gained an even greater appreciation of that when we worked together. One of the things that you know about Susan if you've met her is that she's very calm, she's very grounded, and she can get through anything, and she just looks like nothing's bothering her at all. I've seen her maybe frustrated once or twice, but I'll tell you what, she can disagree without being disagreeable. She's the nicest person, and she still gets results, and so I really, really appreciate that about working with Susan and just all the experience that she brought to us, so thank you.
Susan, I don't think we can let you go.
I just want to say also, the people that you're seeing here, my very dear friends, and there's more back there that didn't want to come up, dear friends and dear family, wow, without your support, I would not be standing here. You just have been so special to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's stand for a photo. Stand.
I was
going to say, come on. Oh, yeah, you can get
All right, thank you, everybody. Another round of applause for Susan. Thank you. Yeah, that's her.
Will Lieutenant Ravjeet Mann please join the board up front for a presentation of a plaque in recognition of completing the FBI National Academy?
Yeah, I got to watch out for this guy. How you doing, man?
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're just coming. We have to watch out. We don't know what he learned here, like some like secret techniques or something. Well, congratulations, Lieutenant. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors wishes to acknowledge and congratulate you for your outstanding leadership and commitment to excellence in law enforcement. You have joined the elite group of officers around the world. Your achievement reflects the highest standards of service, integrity, dedication to the profession. So congratulations on completing the FBI National Academy. And maybe you can give us a few words about that academy and what you went through and all. We'd love to hear it. So.
Thank you. I just want to start off by thanking Sheriff Barnes and Under Sheriff Smallwood for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. I do appreciate it. my family. Without their support, this wouldn't have been possible. So I love you guys. And as far as Academy, 12 weeks of rigorous training, leadership, physical health, mental health, and it was great. I brought a lot back to the sheriff's office, and it was I was just grateful for the opportunities. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. There you go. Photo. And can we have the family come on up and join us too? They're like, oh, really, Dad? Congratulations. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. The sheriff, they want to come down? Sheriff, do you want to come down, Sheriff? Take a photo too? Great. Yeah, come on. Actually, Sheriff, if you don't mind, a couple words.
Sure, yeah. Well, I didn't really have anything prepared, so bear with me for the next 3-4 minutes. So, yeah, right. So the FBI National Academy was first founded in 1935, and it's very prestigious. It's, like Rob said, it's a 12-week program that focuses on leadership, education, wellness, and it's accredited through the University of Virginia. And so less than 1% of all law enforcement officers get to go through that particular academy, which is how prestigious it is. We happen to have 3 members that have all graduated that, myself, the undersheriff, and now Lieutenant Mann. So, you know, we're already eyeing to send somebody else, but it takes several years to get through the process. Rob got derailed by the pandemic a little bit, so he's actually been in this process for 5 years. And like he said, it's 12 weeks away from home, away from your family who make a huge sacrifice. And we couldn't be more proud of the work that he did and everything he's brought back and the leadership he's shown to his staff. And we're just blessed to know that he was representing Sutter County on the world stage at the FBI National Academy. It's pretty cool.
One more. Yes, sir.
Will Robert Greer and Stacy Lee please join the board up front for a presentation of a proclamation recognizing October 23rd through the 31st, 2025 as Red Ribbon Week.
Okay. All right. Red Ribbon Week, celebrated in the communities across the nation on October 23rd through the 31st, 2025, offers citizens the opportunity to demonstrate their commitment to drug-free lifestyles. Alcohol and drug abuse affect individuals, families, and communities across the nation. It's imperative that unified efforts by community members be launched to prevent drug abuse. Businesses, government, law enforcement, media, healthcare providers, schools, and other organizations will demonstrate their commitment to healthy, drug-free lifestyles by wearing red ribbons and participating in drug prevention activities. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors do hereby proclaim the week of October 23rd through the 31st as Red Ribbon Week and encourage you to participate in drug prevention education activities not only during Red Ribbon Week but also throughout the year, making a visible statement that we are strongly committed to a drug-free lifestyle. So I'm going to hand the mic over to you and say a few words.
Thank you very much, Supervisors. It's a pleasure to be able to accept this on behalf of Sutter Human Behavioral Health. Our prevention team changes lives on a daily basis. And this is just another way we do it. We appreciate the recognition. It means a lot to all of our employees and everybody that we serve. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I think all Susan's fans cleared out, so, but here we are, and I was going to, all right, thank you, Lieutenant. Let's see. Okay, we go to next item is public comment. Members of the public will be allowed to address the board of items of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Board of Supervisors. State law provides no discussion nor action may be taken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda. Madam Clerk, do we have comments?
We received 2 public comments. The first public comment is from Nicole Hopkins.
Okay. Nicole?
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I want to go through some statistics on criminalization of the homeless people. Criminalization encompasses laws and ordinances that prohibit and punish for sleeping, sitting, or sheltering themselves with anything such as blankets, tarps, or other life-sustaining activities unavoidable to unhoused people. Property is seized or destroyed during the enforcement of encampment evictions. Criminalization and discrimination can further marginalize them and make it harder to find stable housing. There is zero evidence that criminalization reduces homelessness, even though criminalization has been practiced since the 1990s by numerous cities. Then an inability to access private property or a safe place where one can legally dwell keeps one in constant anxiety and risk of future enforcement. This produces a sequence of events that deepen suffering, poverty, and perpetuates homelessness. Displacement can disrupt social networks and pushes people into more isolated areas as they seek to avoid future law enforcement encounters. Displacement or jail time severs ties with and undermines trust in service providers such as police, counselors, etc. Using law enforcement on homeless people diverts them from doing their real jobs, and in turn crime increases. Enforcement results can go into a criminal record, which complicates access for future housing. Those who are detained due to enforcement measures may lose a job, all their possessions, and are usually released with nowhere to go. All this also contributes to social stigma and division within communities. Here's some more facts you didn't know. Increased cost in law enforcement, health care, public services, and emergency shelters. Enforcement is expensive. After spending $20.6 billion in 2015, San Francisco budget analysts concluded that the current enforcement measures are just too expensive. Cities from Spokane to Denver may spend millions enforcing ordinances that criminalize homeless people. Higher rates of chronic illness, diseases, mental health issues, and more statistics reveal a shorter life expectancy. Not only are these practices immoral and inhumane, if a person is aware that criminalization depletes life or oppresses an individual and still practices the same action upon that person, then that is attempted murder, no matter how you look at it. And turning heads and pretending it's not real or being in denial about it is accessory to murder either way. We need to stop evicting and incarcerating the homeless. We have a duty as human beings to be more humane towards each other, to take into account what it's like to have the shoe on the other foot. This is how we practice unity. Unity is best described as loving your neighbor as yourself. But to criminalize the homeless people, it is cruel and unusual punishment, and we should never cross that line. There are solutions, but how can we find solutions if we are looking with judgments or stereotypes? The fastest solution available is usually never the correct one. We need to have a full understanding, looking from different angles, such as from a homeless person's perspective and experiences, especially under their oppressed circumstances. Can I finish? I only have like a little bit left.
I'll give you a few more seconds, sure.
Because if we are to stand and stay united, then we must do it 100%. I prefer that you didn't remember my face, but do keep my words and take them to heart. And yes, I am homeless. Thank you. Nicole Hopkins. My source of info for statistics are from nationalhomelesscoalition.org and myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate it.
Our next public speaker is Anthony Mitchell.
Good afternoon, staff, council, board of supervisors. My name is Anthony Mitchell, and I represent a company called Echo Green Solutions. We are registered with the Federal Department of Energy. We are also a trade professional for Pacific Gas and Electric Company, and we represent government programs that are funded through the utility company, the state, and also the Federal Government Department of Energy. I'm here because we're working with several other municipalities within an hour's drive in any direction. What we do is we have funds that we get access to that the county is already paying into. So every time you guys pay your bill, about 8 to 10% of every bill the county pays, we have access to those funds that are controlled by the Public Utility Commission. There's usually 3 phases that we go through with municipalities. One is a reduction phase. If you do a reduction piece, lighting upgrades, air conditioning, refrigeration, pumping, mechanical systems, you name it. PG&E has a program to pay for the majority of all those costs, no money out of pocket, no budget impact to the county. The state will also match some funds for EV charging and battery storage, and the Fed also has funds as well for EV charging and battery storage through the end of 2027. What we're seeing, and we're working with Yuba County, Mono County, Madera County, Sonoma County, Monterey County, probably about 6 other counties down south. Also to the city of Live Oak, the city of Lincoln, the city of Davis, the city of Dixon. They've already gone through these programs. We're actually working through a 3rd phase with them right now. We're here just to help you guys because the EV charging mandate is expensive and many municipalities do not have the money to pay for it. The utility rates are supposed to go up 14% this year. We were working with some other individuals within Sutter County about 4 or 5 years ago. They left and retired to other municipalities. And so we've just been trying to get back in with the team to basically share the success of the other counties that we've already had and to try to come in and just show you guys what we can do through these funds with no money out of pocket, no budget impact, no commitment to the county. We're here today to ask for an information gathering session to help you guys because the mandates are real. It's a lot of money and a lot of people don't have any of it. So our funds are no money out of pocket, no budget impact, and we're here today just to try to get some information and schedule some time with the group. We've already done this for 2,000 buildings for the state of California alone, and you guys have up to $4 million per premise that we can get for you in regards to these sort of efforts and initiatives to upgrade these facilities for no money out of pocket. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for letting me come and present to you guys today.
Thank you for your comments, and if you will speak to staff, we can probably set up a meeting with you to do that follow-up. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Madam Clerk, any further public comment? No? Okay, great. Then I will move on to consent. The consent calendar groups together those items which are considered non-controversial, for which prior policy direction has been given to the staff and require only routine action of the board. The chair will advise the audience that matters may be adopted in total or by a motion. However, the board may, at its option or upon request of a member of the public, consider any matter separately. So I'd entertain a motion for consent.
Move to approve.
Okay, have a motion from Supervisor Baines, second from Supervisor Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? There being none, motion carries. Move on to the next item on the agenda, which is in-home supportive services public authority. So I'm going to adjourn the Board of Supervisors and convene the in-home supportive services public authority governing board. We'll call it to order with the roll call, but we'll let the roll call stand if that works, Madam Clerk. Okay, and then members, we have public comment. Is there any public comment? There's none at this time. Okay. So then we'll move on to consent, and I'd call for a motion.
Move to approve.
Got first by Supervisor Baines, second by Supervisor Ziegemeier. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Move on to the appearance item. Madam Clerk.
Approval of the Public Authority In-Home Supportive Services Program hourly wage, increasing the hourly wage to $17.90 effective January 1, 2026. Approval of the related administrative rate increase of 2 cents per hour, and approval to shift the existing non-health benefit rate of 3 cents to the health benefits rate.
Sorry about that. Good afternoon, Chair Flores and Board of Supervisors. My name is Chuck Game from Health and Human Services, the Public Authority's Office. So the department is requesting or recommending the board to approve the in-home supportive services Public Authority from $17.35 to $17.90 per hour. Approval of the related administrative cost increase of 2 cents. And approval to shift the existing non-benefit rate of 3 cents to health benefit rate. For context, your board on August 13th, 2024 approve a memorandum of understanding between IHSS and the Public Authority with the United Domestic Workers of America from the period of January 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2027. That MOU consists of 3 separate wage increases that must be approved by your board and the California Department of Social Services. The first wage increase in the amount of $16.50 was approved on August 13th, 2024 by your board. The second wage increase of $17.35 was approved by your board on October 22nd, 2024. This would be the third increase. If approved, will be effective January 1st, 2026. The total cost of the increase is approximately $129,000, which will be fully funded by Social Services Realignment Fund and have no direct cost to county funds. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your presentation, Mr. Yang. We will bring it back. Are there any public comment? No public comment. Bring it back to the board for
Mr.
motion. Yes.
Move to approve.
We have a motion from Supervisor Baines. Second from Supervisor Ziegemeier. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you.
Move on to the other business of the board. There being none. Okay, and then
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Would you like the roll call to stand?
Yeah, so before I do that, can I adjourn this meeting? That work? Okay, so I'm going to adjourn this meeting, and then we'll move on to public hearing, and we'll let the roll call stand for sure.
Public hearing to consider adopting an ordinance establishing 40 miles per hour speed limits for Lee Road, starting at Garden Highway and ending at Garwood Road, waive the full reading, direct the clerk to read the title only, and continue the item to the meeting of November 4th, 2025 for adoption.
Good afternoon, Chair and Supervisors. I'm here before you for this matter that concerns Lee Road. It's a residential road in the vicinity of Rio Oso, adjacent to the golf course. Our department received complaints of speeding in the early part of this summer. We did the required engineering and traffic surveys, which are included in your staff report package. We found that the traffic volumes were about 180 vehicles a day. The road currently has a non-posted speed limit of 55 miles per hour. So if there's not a posted speed limit in Sutter County, then the speed limit is 55 miles per hour. Based on the traffic study that was done to the vehicle count, we're recommending a speed limit of 40 miles per hour be posted because there are pedestrians in the vicinity due to the residential area and the golf course, as well as golf carts. Although it is a residential area, there are not enough houses to qualify it for the 25 mile an hour speed limit. That is very common in most residential areas. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay. I'll bring it back. Well, actually, any public comment? Is there none? Okay. Then I'm going to bring it back to the board for discussion. Any?
I'll make a motion.
You make a motion? Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Supervisor Stevens and a second from Supervisor Baines. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Well, thank you. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it. Next item. I should have said that before, but item 24 is pulled from the agenda. So the next item is item 25. Thank you.
And may I please read the title of the ordinance for the last item?
Yes, please.
An ordinance of the County of Sutter amending the Sutter County Ordinance Code by adding to section 1100-100 relating to the prima facie speed limits.
Perfectly read. Thank you.
Approval of an adjustment to the fiscal year 25-26 adopted budget for County Service Area F, increasing appropriations and revenue by $18,503 for reimbursements to be provided by the Sutter Point developers, and ratify the remaining authority necessary for the purchase of a Type 1 Pierce Enforcer 1500 GPM pumper fire engine.
Good afternoon, Board. My name is Richard Epperson. I'm the interim fire chief for Sutter County Fire Department.
I'm here today to respectfully recommend that the Board of Supervisors approve an adjustment to the 25-26 adopted budget from County Service Area F, increasing appropriations by $18,503, offset by the corresponding $18,503 increase in revenue. This reimbursement to be provided by the Sutter Point developers represents the remaining funding authority required for the purchase of the new fire engine. As previously reported, the original quoted price for the apparatus was $689,811.88, inclusive of sales tax. This amount was prepaid on September 29th, 2022. After the approval of 2 authorized change orders, the revised total cost increased to $702,534, leaving a balance of approximately $12,722. To complete the purchase and to ensure that the vehicle is fully equipped for operational deployment, we're requesting approval to allocate $5,781 from the remaining balance for final modifications. These modifications include a communications radio and custom storage decking to accommodate and organize mission-critical equipment. These enhancements are critical to ensure that the apparatus is fully mission-ready and can be immediately deployed to support the emergency service coverage in the Sutter Point area. More importantly, the Sutter Point developers have agreed to fully reimburse the county for all of these costs. Upon completion of the work and delivery of the apparatus, all reimbursed funds will be returned to County Service Area F into the 0305 fire budget, reinforcing our commitment to fiscal responsibility and transparency. Do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Appreciate that. Are there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Okay, there being none, I'll bring it back to the board.
Move to approve.
Second. Okay, we have a motion by Supervisor Baines, a second by Supervisor Ziegemeier. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries. Thank you. Appreciate it, Chief.
Approval of a salary range adjustment for the Deputy District Attorney 2, 3, and 4 job classifications, authorization for the District Attorney's Office to offer a hiring and retention bonus to experienced DDAs 2, 3, and 4 until June 1, 2026, delete one vacant senior criminal investigator in the District Attorney's Office and add one flexibly staffed District Attorney, Deputy District Attorney 2, 3, and 4.
Good afternoon, Chairman and members of the board. Veronica Baumgartner, HR Director.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you. As you may know, our District Attorney's Office, along with many county offices across the state, continue to experience very high rates of turnover for Deputy District Attorney positions. Presently, our office, or the District Attorney's Office, has a 60% vacancy rate for attorneys, with only 4 of their 10 allocated positions currently filled. Because of the high turnover, all 4 of our current attorneys have less than 1 year of experience with Sutter County. And 2 of those 4 were just hired within the last 2 months. Exit interview data has indicated that some of the reasons for high turnover are the incredibly high workload due to low staffing and staff turnover, and insufficient pay for the volume of work expected to be performed, and the need for more experienced staff and training and mentoring opportunities. Qualified and tenured district attorney staff are essential to protecting public safety, our community, and really seeing justice go full circle from when it comes from, arrest all the way through to this office for prosecution. Experienced attorneys bring stability, institutional knowledge, and expertise needed to handle complex and high-stake cases. The ability to recruit and retain experienced staff create those opportunities that we need for mentorship, allowing newer attorneys to learn directly from seasoned prosecutors. So to start, our first recommendation today is to assist with attracting and hiring more retracting hiring and, more importantly, retaining experienced staff. So we recommend approval of an equity adjustment for the outlined deputy district attorney positions. Human Resources has completed a study to survey our comparable counties and found Sutter County is 17.3% below market for DDA 2s, 23.7% below market for DDA 3s, and 27.9% market for DDA 4s. We are not discussing DDA 1s at this time because we do not have as much of a need or trouble recruiting for that entry-level position. So for the DDA 2s, we are requesting one salary range, which is approximately 5%, which would bring it to bring that position 12% out of market. The DDA 3 positions, we're requesting two salary ranges, approximately a 10% increase, which would bring them to 13% out of market. And the DDA 4s, two salary ranges, which would bring them to approximately 17% out of market. So to go back, the fiscal impact for those equity adjustments is $113,996, and the department has sufficient salary savings for this year and would not need to ask for appropriations, and they would budget appropriately next year. For the next request, additionally, we are asking in order to attract, hire, and retain experienced attorneys, we're recommending a multi-tiered incentive package. The package will have a cash incentive for qualified lateral applicants. So these are people with experience in DDA offices, not including, again, individuals in that DDA 1 position. These are just for 2s, 3s, and 4, people with experience. The DDA 2 and 3 position will receive up to $10,000 distributed over multi-years of commitment and parameters that must be met, such as passing probation and staying, a number of years. The DDA 4 would receive up to $15,000 distributed over multi-years of commitment. We know applicants are not only deterred by, low wages, but also the loss of accrued benefits when they're leaving another county, right? So there's a lot of things we all can think of, PERS and these things that we might not be able to change, but we know, or many of you in this room know, when you're leaving other county service, it's hard to leave, right? That you have you accrue so much vacation, or you have so much sick time or vacation on the books. So what we're requesting, a way to, kind of bring people over laterally, is to front load 40 hours of vacation and sick for these individuals that have experience, and also a relocation bonus if it's just to Sutter County within a certain amount of time. So it wouldn't be forever if you move to Sutter County, but we really want to encourage people to invest and, build this foundation here in Sutter County. As stated earlier, retaining is also part of this. So of course, we got with the union and spoke, and a big thing that we brought forward is we want employees that are already here doing the work, right, to be recognized and for staying as well and putting in all this time. So we would ask that those that are currently in the position, there are 2 that would qualify, that they also receive this. This hiring incentive, all of those items, the vacation, the sick, the cash bonus, would only be through June of 2026. And this is being funded by the DDA has been and is freezing a position. So the position has already not been filled. We're, in October, almost November, and it would not be filled until the next fiscal year. So that's how it would be paid for, and there's sufficient monies available with freezing that one position. Lastly, it's recommended that the board approve to amend our position allocation schedule and delete 1 senior criminal investigator and add 1 flexibly staffed district attorney, 1, 2, 3. This was previously brought in front of your board, and we asked for, to add a senior criminal investigator due to employees being out on leave and such, with the intent to hopefully come back and be able to get that DDA position back. This actually is a decrease, a cost of $40,567. So we are both here for any questions.
Okay, Madam Clerk, do we have a member of the public comment?
We have one public comment. It's from Ron Slavin.
Okay, welcome, Ron.
Hello, supervisors, and good afternoon. So I'm here to speak about the Deputy District Attorney proposal that's before you and to provide some history and context. In the 2022 GSP negotiations, the county asked the union if we would be interested in negotiating salary equity increases for employees that were not general fund. The bargaining team responded, yes, we are. We did not feel it was appropriate to hold everyone's salary back because the county was facing financial difficulties. As a result, many positions received equity increases averaging 5 to 10%, and many did not. This created quite a stir, but your employees and our members understood the rationale. Therefore, during the 2025 GSP negotiations, the union made a proposal for equity adjustments of 5 to 10% for the general fund positions, and in addition, proposed 5% COLAs for years 25, 26, and 27. Our proposed equity adjustments and COLAs would have brought your employees closer to the median through the life of the agreement, but likely not beyond it. One of the statements being reaffirmed to us during negotiations is that the county policy is, and the county is comfortable with employees being paid below 10% of the median. We think this is a poor policy. However, we understand the county's financial difficulties, and since that much money was unavailable, the parties mutually agreed to a 2% increase for 2025 and another 2% for 2026. However, there were some equity adjustments made. 5% equity adjustments for employment eligibility social workers, a 5% equity adjustment for adult social workers account tax series, 4.7 to 5.6 equity adjustment for the account tax series, and a 3% clerk recorder stipend. This demonstrates the union's spirit of negotiating equity adjustments for some, but not all. However, we recognize that these equity adjustments were part of the discussions during negotiations and transparent for all of your employees and our members when they voted to ratify the new agreement. On August 26, we ratified the agreement, and then on September 2, we were notified by HR the county wanted to increase the salaries of the deputy district attorneys, offering higher incentives and front-load vacation and sick leave. Any logical mind would ask, why wasn't this brought up as a proposal in negotiations? Did the Board of Supervisors know about this? How long was this in the planning? When did HR know? Do you mind if I continue? Okay.
Please do, Ron.
Yeah, okay. So why is the department promising money to future employees prior to board approval? Why is the department telling new hires these monies are guaranteed? Is the department direct dealing with the employees? So the timing of this proposal has created a mistrust of our membership, and this mistrust stresses the relationship. It stresses it all for all of us, including you guys. So I have learned and understand the Board of Supervisors was unaware of this, and the union probably found out before you guys did that this proposal was coming forward. So please realize I find it is very fortunate that I've been compelled to speak and clear the air today, in front of you. But I must because so many of our employees are hurting. So full-time employees, many are just above minimum wage. Many must utilize social services. Many work 2 jobs to support their families. Many are picking up the slack because their departments are shorthanded. Many are being directed to change their working hours, asked to work evenings and weekends to cover vacant positions, which in turn compromises their second needed job. So you're being asked to front load the sick leave and vacation time. We understand how good this incentive is. So let's do some math. Each employee will receive 10 days. Multiply that by 6, and you get 60 days. During negotiations, we asked for 1 day for 500 people. So basically, 6 people get 12% of that, what we asked for. So I'm here to tell you the proposal struck a nerve with your employees and our members for all the above mentioned reasons. So we concur that the deputy district attorneys are underpaid, and we know there's a problem with retention and recruitment. The union has emphasized this at all departments, and it appears to fall on deaf ears until now when there's an absolute state of emergency. That is not an appropriate management practice now or in the future, as it plays unnecessary havoc on everyone involved. There are department heads, managers, employees, and the union juggling to make things work. You and I know the county can't balance its budget on the backs of the employees, so something's got to give. I'm almost done. Putting all things aside, putting the hard feelings aside, we have reviewed this proposal and we disagree with it. We believe the county should be paying the deputy district attorneys more. This proposal is not enough, and the bonuses should be built into the wage, if not now, at a later date. We believe this should be part of the proposal before you, otherwise this is merely a Band-Aid approach. When the bonus money runs out, you will lose your attorneys because from day one, they're going to be using those bonuses to supplement their salaries. They're going to be using that money, they're going to be living off of it. So we recommend that you approve this proposal and direct HR to meet with the union to build the bonus monies into the salary schedule at the expiration of the bonuses. Abolish any policy that infers a 10% below median is acceptable, as we believe Sutter County should pay the median. Direct staff to meet with the union regarding the terms of a salary survey and to begin a comprehensive salary survey for Sutter County so that it is available for the 2027 negotiation cycle. Now, I know you care about your employees, and I know you have a lot on your plate. And maybe you guys feel unappreciated too, because we know that you guys are underpaid. So I'd say that we need to look forward. I want to make this a better place for the constituents and our members, and we want to partner with you. We want to keep our relationship good, if not better, but the way this was brought forward to us really put an unnecessary stress on our entire membership and your employees. So thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Ron. I appreciate it. So I can DA, can you address his comments? I'd appreciate that.
Certainly, there were a lot of them. So if I miss one that you particularly want to hear about, please let me know.
Okay.
I think the key difference in what he raised regarding proposals during negotiations and what we are asking for here is that this is zero net cost to the county. This is using money that has already been budgeted to the district attorney's office, freezing a position and using that money to enable us to hire some employees. There's another significant difference. District attorneys are not a dime a dozen. They are a very, very scarce resource nationwide. It's not like a lot of the other members of the union. They are very specific skills, very specific educational requirements, and very specific experience that we need to lighten the load on the 4 people that we have. So I can't speak to the hard feelings, how it was brought to the union's attention, although I do know that there were, I believe, 3 meetings between Human Resources and the union. I also know that members of my team met with the union. So I can't speak to the ins and outs of negotiation. I can't speak to any hard feelings. I'm not going to disagree that the deputy district attorneys do need more money than what we have here. But what I can tell this board is that we have 2 people who left, who have experience, who are looking forward to coming back in the event that this moves forward and you approve it.
Okay, thank you for your comments. And then CAO Steve Smith, do you have some comments as well?
Yeah, I wanted to mention, and I appreciate Mr. Slavin, and we work together well. I would disagree with one of the statements, and it may be something that was said to you, but it was mentioned that the county is okay paying, below 10% of market. I don't think we're okay with that, and I think any time that we have some positions that are significantly more outstanding, we look at these equity adjustments. We heard the deputy district attorney, either 3 or 4 are nearly 30% out of market. So it may look like picking and choosing, but we're picking and choosing positions that are incredibly out of market and trying to move that up enough to make it right. And to your credit, sir, you also mentioned you think the pay should be better overall. So it's not to pick, but we're definitely not okay with that. And as the county has shown over the past decade or more, that public safety greatly does benefit from funding sources because it is the primary function of government. And I think having these positions more recruitable is just one key part in our criminal justice system, because if the sheriff's office or police departments are making arrests and we have no one to charge or to move forward and prosecute, then it's nearly pointless. I will say I've had recent discussions with the district attorney. She's very committed to the overall success of the office, to leadership training at all levels of her department, and making it a welcoming environment, as difficult as that can be. So I just wanted to address a few of those issues, and happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you, CAO Steve Smith. And then any comments, other comments from the board?
Chair?
Yes.
Can I ask staff, I heard a number there, and I've heard it before, I believe there's 60% vacancy in the department. How does that relate to other departments?
So 60% vacancy of the DDA. So she does have other, areas within her department, but of the deputy district attorneys, 60%. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I like my office, who's 10 people, I was without our one accountant for a year. That's 100% vacancy. So, it's hard to be relative to other departments. I would say, if we speak of other public safety, they use a similar threshold of 60%. There's provisions when they're down 60%, we may have to outsource some of these, maybe dispatching, and not outsource all of them, but when overtime and things are so large. So I don't think this department's in the short time I've been here, but anyone else could speak, but I don't think this department's seen that much vacancy in such a really high stress, high, level position, again, with so much, so many cases that are so high level. It's hard for, so there's Jen, her assistant, and then we have a level 4, so like a lead. And so a lot of these felony prosecutions can only be done by, seniored or, individuals, whereas the misdemeanors and smaller things like that can be done by less tenured staff. So that doesn't answer your question.
No,
necessarily.
it does help, though.
Other counties.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if this is helpful. I was at the Rural Counties California District Attorneys Association conference last week in Grass Valley. Generally, other than the much larger offices, but the majority of smaller rural counties, we're at between 40 and 50% filled. So 60, 50% vacant. A lot of them went up because they had revenue measures that passed, and so salaries increased. For example, Butte County was at 50%. They're now at, I believe, 70 or 80%, based simply on the hiring bonus and the increased salaries.
Okay, thank you.
One quick question, and Steve, I'm glad you're actually up there, or actually DA, either one. But there were several other items. I know the exit interview was mentioned, and I've heard about these exit interviews, and you picked a few of the items from the exit interviews that included compensatory sort of items. There are other items. So are those items being addressed as well in those exit interviews? The feedback that we received from staff.
So the items that I've been informed of in the exit interviews, yes, they are being addressed. One of them was there was too much work, or at least one of them was there was too much work. Part of that was lack of training, so that not all of the necessary laws were being followed. So yes, when I took office, there was an increase in some very necessary work to keep us in compliance with the law. Also, because of the decrease in staff, the workloads increase. Also, with the changes in the law, for example, Prop 36, that has created a huge increase in the caseload. I have also, for any comments regarding my leadership, I am working on that, going to various leadership trainings, doing the CSAC leadership course, working with, what's Juan's last name? With Juan Lopez, so that I can address any of my own shortcomings. So for the items that were addressed in the exit interviews that I've been made aware of, yes, they're being addressed.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks for your comments on that. And are there any further questions from the board? Or did you have comments, Steve? Or you're coming up to the mic, so.
Sorry, I'm all over. I'm going to next.
I'm trying to follow you around the room here, but
I was just going to mention
out of the ordinary.
as
I'm
well.
not sure we're going to allow this.
This is a statewide recruitment problem as well.
Yes.
So in almost every county, we are having this issue when I talk to other CAOs. I'm sure it's to varying degrees of severity depending on where you are, but I just wanted to mention that.
And I can add to that piece a little bit, if you don't mind. The California bar rates and such are staying pretty steady with people passing the bar and using theirs, but a lot of people, not in this capacity, but in other law capacities, can now move out of California and practice law in California, right? And so that's where a lot of it's gone. We are losing people to probably, I guess, maybe lower living expenses, and being able to work remote more and things like that. So that's where a number that I've seen from other, district attorneys' offices, and just general with attorneys statewide.
Okay, well, I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate the DA's work and effort in getting this done, and working through this process, because I know there's been many challenges in the last few years especially, so I do appreciate the work of the DA on that.
May I clarify?
Did you have a comment?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got it.
Sorry, one comment from the board, and then we'll come back to the DA.
No, I want to thank this, our district attorney. Thank you. Last week, her and I talked about this, and I want to thank Ron. Ron, I've been a supervisor now for almost 7 years, and we care deeply about all our employees. I mean, every single one of them. And you'll see through social media throughout that county supervisors don't, a few random don't care for us and so forth. They don't do enough. I assure you, everyone is working really hard behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. Every one of us go to bed at night thinking, what can we do better to cut costs? All right? And it seems like every time we cut costs, where does the money go? It always seems to go towards public safety. And that is really tough for us. It really is, because we love our public safety, but we love everyone else too. That's tough. And that's why when I asked district attorney, hey, what are we doing to attract more people? How do we get more people? Because then I walk into our office and I ask, what are those binders? It's like, those are the really, really, really bad things that are going on, and that's what I have to deal with. And I'm like, my gosh, how do you come to work a day? She said, that's why we only have 3 other people in this office. What are we doing to fill those? Sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about other things, but we're working on that. And it's just, it's tough for me to say that what we're doing here for this department and doing whatever we can to fill this department up, to put away these bad guys and wrongdoers in the community. It's badly needed, but at the same time, your people are badly needed as well. No one's more important than the others. It feels like we treat it that way because where the public safety money goes towards sheriff, fire, district attorney, probation, and so forth. But we're going to continue to work with everyone. We're going to continue to find ways to cut costs. One of those meetings was just this last week in Public Works. Literally in every meeting we sit down, our biggest thing is where can we cut costs? Because we got to do other things for other employees, not just public safety. You are literally right there along with the sheriff and the district attorney and probation. No one's ahead, you're right there. We just got to keep everyone safe and work with each other, but this is a tough deal. But like I said, we got to get some people. I hope that this never happens again. So I would implore, how we could have these meetings with yourself in 221 meetings so we could figure out how to get this thing a little through, so we're not having, you come to our meetings and because this feels like a slap in the face. That's what it felt like up there. And your union members, what I'm saying is how they felt, like how it all went down, and truly sorry about that. We all are sorry about that. I'm sure the district attorney's sorry about that, like I said, but so we can get this
Through the chair.
somewhere better.
Yeah, Supervisor Baines. Sorry,
I'd like to make a motion to approve staff's recommendation.
We have a motion on the floor from Supervisor Baines. Kind of one comment from, did you want to make a
I
comment?
did want to clarify one thing. When I said DDAs are not a dime a dozen, I meant absolutely no disrespect, and I was not implying that other employees are a dime a dozen.
Understood. Thank you.
A turn of phrase, and I didn't want it to be taken wrong.
No problem. Thank you for the clarification, and thank you for clarifying all those points. We really appreciate that.
I'll second the motion.
We have a second on the motion, so we'll ask for a roll call vote on this, please.
Supervisor Flores?
Aye.
Supervisor Ziegemeier?
Aye.
Supervisor Baines?
Aye.
Supervisor Stevens?
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for the presentation. We'll move on to the next item. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you. Next item is actually Steve Smith with any follow-up reports.
If you want to go over here.
Did you want to go to this mic or this mic or?
If it pleases the chair, I'll just stay with this mic.
You're good.
I'll probably mention this at each meeting coming up until December, but we have Trees and Traditions Friday, December 5th at 6 p.m., I believe, 6 to 9 p.m. at the museum, and it's $50 per ticket. I just encourage everyone to go. Sometimes there's really cool surprise events there, like the one year there were some young ballet-type dancers that did, I think, parts of the Nutcracker or something right in the middle of surprise, kind of in the middle of the event, so it was great. And we had a great event last Friday. Maybe the chair wants to address that if you prefer.
Oh, why don't you start and I'll follow up to it. Yeah, it was a really great event, actually, and kudos to everybody who put it together.
Yeah, we had our Bounty of Sutter County event, which is our first kind of business appreciation awards lunch, if you will, and it came together really nicely, and there was probably close to 200 people there, and the community got to nominate. We didn't, as like the administration or the board, we didn't nominate businesses. The community did, and then a group of folks selected awardees, and we're also honoring all of the nominees with some items that we'll be distributing to them soon in recognition of them being valued in Sutter County. And we look forward to each year hopefully improving and recognizing more and more of our businesses, but small businesses, especially any businesses available, but small businesses tend to be the lifeblood of a community and the ones that have local founders and support so many families. So it was nice to see some of those local businesses, and some of our local ones aren't so small actually nowadays either. So it's great to see success in Sutter County, and we just wanted to celebrate that, and it was really well received. So thank you.
It was. Thank you, Stephen. And just to add to that, I want to, thank the Economic Development Corporation for the work they did to help put it together, and of course, staff who really worked well. The event was very well organized and very well received by the business community and the community at large. And it was just great to be able to be there to appreciate businesses. We don't usually get that opportunity to have them one-on-one and be able to recognize them on stage. So it was a really good event. Okay, with that, I'm going to bring it back to the board for district reports. You can start since you have something to say.
I was just going to add to the about the bounty of Sutter. It's probably the first one I know it's the only bounty of Sutter County or any place that I've been to that we've had lunch with the horses and chickens, and the chickens were crowing. So very unique, but very good lunch.
Did you have any district report or anything?
No, nothing else to report.
Okay, great. Supervisor Ziegemeier?
Okay, through the chair. So I want to thank Mike and Debbie Reed for you guys are wonderful hosts during the museum. I'm sorry I won't be there. I will be at the California Farm Bureau convention. So I'm looking forward to that. This will be my first time attending on behalf of the county. Agriculture is a big deal here, but I'm definitely I'm gonna donate a pair of Oakley sunglasses. So swing by the shop and pick up a pair. We'll get you a real nice pair. Yeah. I want to thank our Supervisor Baines. His son was just married recently. That's a Baron, great kid. That's congratulations. Saw the pictures. It's very nice. That's exciting. Hopefully I'm a long ways from that, but our kids are growing up too fast. Congratulations to Supervisor Flores. His daughter was just recently engaged. Wow, everyone's growing up so fast. So we'll start out with the positives. This Friday night, Sutter football plays Casa Robles. Casa Robles is 8-1, Sutter's 9-0. If Sutter wins, it's a great team, two great programs on Halloween night. It's going to be crazy in Sutter. But if Sutter wins, they get a chance to get the #1 seed, so they'll play at least the first two games at home. This is our shot to make the state championship game, our best shot in a long time to win it. So it's going to be exciting. For volleyball, girls, Husky volleyball starts the first round of the playoffs tonight in Sutter. That's exciting. I believe River Valley, there's like 6 local teams playing in playoffs, so that's exciting for volleyball. So I just want to put on the agenda for next meeting. The district attorney and I have been working over the last 6 months on a DUI program and a vaping program, and it's fitting that I talk about it because it's Red Ribbon Week. This is absolutely crazy that we're 12.8% of our youth vape. The state average is 6.6%. We're in the top 10 for DUIs under 21. That's a big deal. So the district attorney was showing me these goggles the other day, and it's what the goggles do is they impair your vision so you can step up putting the different goggles on. And it's very scary what's happening in our schools. Very scary. Elementary schools, especially high schools. Vaping is a gateway drug. It is. Look at every statistic. It is right there. That's where they're starting. They're moving up. And we need to figure out how to educate it. About a year ago, we applied for a grant. We were denied this grant. Unbelievable. Showed him the statistics, showed him everything. They said, nope, you're not going to get it. So, like I said, as a board, I'd like to put a letter together, and we're going to go after these grants again. We're going to get with Tom Resser, our Sutter County Superintendent of Schools, and I figure, we'll do this together, hit them from the supervisors, superintendent of schools, from behavioral health. We talk about this on the behavioral health committee, and we have to figure out something how to just curb it, nip it in the rear, because it's happening everywhere. It's happening with kids that you'd never suspect that are doing this, and it is a huge deal, and a huge spotlight should be put on it, because one of these days it's going to be one of our kids or our family members that's going to be hit by someone that is vaping the wrong thing. It impairs them. and they're driving, whether that be to school, or from a movie, or from something extracurricular. But so I want to thank the district attorney. And Sarah, thank you, this is great. But like I said, I want to start getting to the ad hoc where we can put something together and we could vote on this next meeting. Thank you. Last two things. Rick Martin passed away. Rick Martin was a former firefighter for Sutter County. He was a firefighter when I was a volunteer firefighter, lived in Sutter. I went to school with his daughter and his son. He was a great, great guy. Learned a lot from Rick. I'm sad to hear of his passing yesterday. And would like to send a letter out and get a brick in his name. And I'd also like, I don't know if we did ever look into a brick for Dwight Day, when Dwight Day, our former fire chief, when he passed. Those two came up in the rankings together. So, and want to, like I said, vote on those two bricks and let the family know. Like I said, Rick Martin, great guy, great family. We're going to make this. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. And Supervisor Baines?
Yeah, just a reminder to everybody, this week is the 46th annual Nagar Kirtan, the Sikh parade hosted by the Yuba City Gurdwara, Yuba City Inc. This is a public event, so everybody is welcome. But I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize in advance for any of the inconveniences it may have on the residents of Sutter County. But also I'd like to thank all jurisdictions that are involved that come together to make this happen. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys there this weekend. Friday night, there's a fireworks show, Saturday open house, and Sunday's a parade. So I just wish everybody stays safe. Thanks.
Thank you, Supervisor.
And have a happy and safe Halloween.
Oh, thank you, Supervisor. Appreciate it. You're going to have candy at your house? Or? Yeah. Okay, just Supervisor Stevens had another comment.
Yeah, I just forgot to announce that November 3rd I'm going to have a town hall out in Robbins if anybody is interested in coming out to Robbins.
Okay, thank you, Supervisor Stevens. And I want to first start by congratulating Supervisor Baines. So that wedding was amazing. Congratulations to you and your family. Just a really great celebration. I'm exhausted, so I don't know how you handled it or how you're recovering, because it's like 5 days of continuous celebration. But it was a wonderful wedding. Thank you for the invitation. I also want to make an announcement that we're going to have reindeer at the library. So is this a live reindeer? Is this like, oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to have a real reindeer. It's an experience, a magical encounter with a real reindeer, educational fun for all ages. It's going to be on the 7th of November. It starts at 4 p.m. I have to go check that out. Go see the reindeer. Okay. And then lots of things happening in the 2nd District. We had a folk festival this last weekend that was great downtown. A lot of really good turnout, lots of great music. We had the opening of Celestino's. If you haven't tried it, great Italian food. They have the pizza there that's to die for. It's New York style pizza. I lived in New York for a while. I lived in New York for a while, and it was a great pizza there. And this was like right close to it. So very, very good. There's a new archway on Plumas Street as well, so we're celebrating the downtown and what's happening on the street. I attended the Pink October dinner last weekend too, and I'll tell you that was an amazing event put on by the Hard Rock, and I just want to thank again the Enterprise Rancheria Tribe who made a donation to Sutter Health for $220,000 for cancer, towards cancer research and cancer care. So those are the only announcements I have. Any further announcements from the board? Okay. With that, we will adjourn the meeting. No closed sessions, right? Okay, we'll take a motion for adjournment. Sorry. Second. All in favor? Okay, now we'll adjourn the meeting. There we go. Thank you, guys. And great to see you, Mike.
YubaSutter.Live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at PlumasLakeSelfStorage.com.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada Counties.
Tonight on YubaSutter.live, Government Watch. Marysville Unified School Trustees, beginning around 6:30. They often start late. Then 7 o'clock tonight, the Yuba City Unified School Trustees meet. YubaSutter.live's Government Watch, presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage at PlumasLakeSelfStorage.com. Government Watch. That's happening tonight, right here on YubaSutter.live.
YubaSutter.live. It's the truth that comes through.
Each week, local governments and schools make important decisions that have short-term and long-term impacts on our community, and quite possibly on you. YubaSutter.live makes it easier for you to know what's going on. We live stream up to 4 local government meetings every Tuesday, important special meetings, Olivehurst Public Utility District's monthly Thursday meetings, and town halls. To make it easier for you, we pull out informative sections and present them individually. For Your Information, our new series that posts Wednesdays right here on YubaSutter.live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and follow our Facebook page so you know when we're live and when we've posted something new. For Your Information, local government meetings made shorter. Posting Wednesdays here on YubaSutter.live.
YubaSutter.live. It's the truth that comes through.